See you on the Start Line podcast. Hi, I'm John from CJM'S Events, event coordinator and race director of CJM'S Events. We run 26 events per annum across Canterbury and the West Coast, and run our virtual platforms with Run NZ Run and Run Australia Run. I was asked actually by somebody viewing this podcast that we needed to say who we were and what we were and what our events were all about. So hopefully this satisfies some of those questions that we got asked in there. What we also do is we actually use our event platform for charities to raise funds. Excuse me. Where participants can donate to these charities, and currently we have our Back to Base fundraiser for the Canterbury West Coast Air Rescue, which has raised now $29,600 just on the Back to Base product. That's through Run NZ Run, and we've raised $6,000 through the South Island Half Marathon. So all up that there is now over, it's basically $35,600, and we're still on target, wanting to raise another $5,400 so we can hit our goal by the end of this month. So if you can make any donation to that, that would be absolutely fantastic, and then you can get out there and either run, walk, bike, swim, ski, or excuse me, or even as the CEO from the Canterbury West Coast Air Rescue Trust, she's doing it via Pilates. Right, into things that are happening. We have coming up this weekend, we've got Possum Run. Possum Run is actually a dog run, and we've got these awesome Possum medals that are going to be out there for the humans, and the dogs will receive these Possum medals, dog tags actually, so they're for the dogs. And we have these cool bandanas as well. Charlie's is a bit dirty, he's been out wearing it, and that's where the dogs can turn around. They can wear those. Humans get t-shirts, they can purchase the t-shirts, and that's at the Canterbury AMP this Sunday coming. If you haven't entered yet, you can enter that at possumrun.co.nz, and we can see you on Sunday. If you're not in Christchurch at all, then you can actually do it virtually. So you can go for a run or a walk, do 2.5k or 5k. Send us through that you've done it, and we will send out the medal and the dog tag. For the dog tag's most important thing for the dog, and if you wish to shout the dog a dog tag a bandana, you can do those. Those bandanas are just $11. So they're awesome bandanas. Charlie wears his when he goes out on his walk with me. He is also the ambassador for the event, so he's a 16-month-old cavoodle dog. Talking about dogs, it's actually Dog Day was yesterday, and we had through Run NZ Run our Dog Day, and we've had hundreds of people doing Dog Day around the country. So that is basically you do a 5k run or walk, and time yourself, put the time up on, upload it into the system. We pick that up and then publish the results. And if you purchase one of the medals, we send the medal out to you. So that's a pretty cool sort of way to do an event or be active. We've got Spring 5K coming up on this weekend, as well as it's Father's Day on Sunday. So all the dads should have their feet up and relaxed, and hopefully they get shouted a beer or something like that from the kids. But Father's Day is on Friday, so it's a good opportunity to get out there and do some exercise with your dads as well. And again, same basis, time yourself for the 5K, and then upload your times, and we publish the results, and if you purchased a medal, that gets sent out to you. Other events we've got coming up, we have Ride the Wilderness. Now, the early bird entry for Ride the Wilderness is on the 8th of September, so that is Sunday week, so you need to get these entries into it. Ride the Wilderness is on the West Coast Wilderness Trail. There are 4 events. There is the race from Kumara, which is 21k to Greymouth, 59k from Cowboy Paradise, 95k from Hokitika, and we've got the 126k from Ross. And there's been a wee bit of controversy pop up around this because of the closure of the Totara Bridge on the trail. Now, all of a sudden, people are saying to us, well, how can you do the 126k now? it's not going to be achievable. You can't do it because of the bridge closure. It looks like the bridge is definitely going to be closed for the event by all feedback we've had and communications. I was on the coast on last week on Wednesday and Thursday doing recce's for other events and checking out how we could get around this bridge closure. And what we've come up with, the river's not that deep, really, or it wasn't the other day. And talking to a lot of other people who on the coast around Hokitika who ride bikes, they said they used to ride through it prior to the platform being put with it on the bridge. So what our plan is plan A is to ride through the river. So you'll start the race, go through Ross, and then as you hit the trail, you're about 500 metres into it, and you then go through the river. So there's a lot of events, mountain bike events, that experience rivers. Some of our other ones, like Bridge to Bridge, you get a lot of streams in that. They can be high and low. Gold Trail, you end up with water to go through, especially when we used to go up Cockeye Creek. And those sort of events, even on the Graveler, there is a bit of a river you cross as well, which is a lot deeper than what the Totra River was the other day. So if there's a lot of rain beforehand and you can't ride across it or walk across it carrying your bike, we will then, the alternative is to go 8k down the State Highway 6 onto a property, cross that property back over to the West Coast Wilderness Trail West Coast Wilderness Trail, and then we continue along the trail as per. That will still probably bring it into the 126k or thereabouts. So it's still the same race, still the same distance. I'd say get into it. We need to know that people are doing it. It's a fantastic economic benefit for the West Coast and something we really, really want to make sure that we support. So please get those entries in. That's ridethewilderness.co.nz, and the early bird entries close on the 8th of September. There are the 4 events which I mentioned earlier. So jump into those. They're good fun, great value, and it's a great day, great weekend on the coast. Other things coming up or feedback that we've had, especially around some of the events, is that it's cool to get the feedback that we actually acknowledge all the competitors that are actually taking part. More so, even we always try to call the people across the line. That's one of our key aims, to make sure everyone gets called across the line. But recognising the age group categories. I wasn't aware of this, that some events are now only doing first, second and third. If you do a half marathon, it's only first, second and third, male and female. And, we do it for everybody. So whether you're 18 to 40, 40 to 50 or 41 to 50, I think that's how it goes, yeah, and 50 to 60, 60 to 70 and 70 plus. It was interesting. We had some feedback from somebody one time. He said, I'm now 70. It'd be really cool if you introduced a 70 plus category. He'd been overseas and raced in it and got recognised because he was over 70. Well, we've been doing that for years. We've even had people ask us if we would actually acknowledge the 80 pluses. There's not too many people taking part over 80, but when we do have somebody, we really make sure we put that effort into it for them. So it's good to do, and something we will continue to do. And also spot prizes is another thing. We will definitely still continue doing spot prizes for people. It's all part of what the event is and part of the culture. The other part was at the South Island Half Marathon when we did the mystery time prize of $5,000, and that wasn't won at the 5,000. So we went out, extended it until we found somebody who the closest person to it, and they received 1,000. That's something we're looking into for the future, whether we do that at any of our other events as well. So just watch the space. It may happen, it may not. We've just got to make sure we've got things covered for it, because naturally, as you can see, there is either a $5,000 or a $1,000 straight out bottom line expense. So we've got to make sure it all gets covered. The other key things are that with merchandise, we have our merchandise with our t-shirts, but like this one here from the South Island Ultra Marathon. So we've got t-shirts for all our events, and we also have the cycling tops as well for those events that are like the cycling ride the wilderness. There's the tops. They're probably a bargain, actually. They really are. The cycling tops are $69.95 and the t-shirts are $39.95. We've been able to hold those prices, and hopefully we can continue to hold those prices as well as we move into the future. One other key thing that I was asked to cover was the differences in our insurances. So we have our CJM's cancellation insurance, and we also have CJM's withdrawal cover. Now, there is a definite differentiation in this. One we've never actually had to claim on was the CJM's cancellation insurance. Now, that is as if we cancel an event. So there could be force majeure, it could be too much rain, it could be an earthquake, it could be a pandemic or anything like that, and we cancel the event. If you've taken out the cancellation insurance, you get refunded. So that is something that it's if we cancel the event. Now, the CJM's withdrawal cover is different. That is as if you want to cancel out of the event for any reason, up to 96 hours beforehand. So if the event's on the Sunday, say it starts at 10 o'clock on the Sunday, by 10 o'clock on the Wednesday, you can withdraw before it. So there is a differentiation between them. So the withdrawal cover is if you wish to not participate in the event. Some other insurance companies, what they do is you've got to justify why you wanted to cancel out for this reason or that reason, or a plane got delayed or things like that, and you've got to prove that you've got this, or you've got to go to the doctor and get a medical certificate. It'll probably cost you more than what the actual cover was. As is straight out, there is a set fee for it, and if you can't make the event for any reason, just send us an email and say, hey, I can't do it, and we can then refund the money to you. We get basically a lot of people say, I've got the withdrawal cover, can I just put it over to next year, or can you pay me out? So either option of that, we don't turn around and ask for any medical certificates. If you can't do the event and you're within 96 hours beforehand, bang, you get paid back out. So that is, the withdrawal cover is when you withdraw from the event. The CJM's cancellation insurance is if we cancel the event. There is different price differentiation. The cancellation insurance is, I think it differs from about $8 up to $15. Could be more actually, might be up to $25 in total, but that would be about the highest price for it. The withdrawal cover is a flat fee, and it's $25. So if you wish to cancel out, you can do so. So that's the differentiation between the CJM's cancellation insurance, is if we, CJM's Events, cancel the event and you've taken insurance, we will repay you in full. It doesn't include any merchandise, and the withdrawal cover is if for any reason you can't do the event, you can withdraw from it. And again, that doesn't cover any merchandise. Right. So that really probably pretty much sums up a lot of the key things. Other events we've got coming up this year, make sure you're training for. It's great seeing the Canterbury Half Marathon. We're getting heaps of entries coming through from that. It's up around, I think it might only be 80% now that it's up. I think it was up 70 earlier on. It's heading towards 80% up on that. If that continues on, it will be a really big field of around about 1,000 people. I think last week when we were doing spreadsheeting things, it looked like it was going to be about 900. So it just continues to grow. And those early bird entries close 22nd, 22nd of September. So 22nd of September, early bird entries close there. So I'd say jump into those now and get those savings, because it is going to be a great event. Other events we've got coming up is Muddy Good Run. That's at the end of September, 29th of September. Ride the Rakaia, 26th of October. Good numbers coming through for that event. Ride the Wilderness, mentioned earlier, 16th of November. Colour Zone Run on the 24th of November. Bridge to Bridge on the 1st of December. Then the Canterbury Half. And then we're into January with the Aotearoa Ultra and Wine Run, which is always a favourite. and it's cool seeing those entries coming in too. And again, it's the majority of those is females. Average age tends to be 42 to 43, who obviously enjoy a wine. Enjoy a run probably, and have a wine just as a bit of a tasting. So it's a lot of fun. So if anyone has any queries at all, just email me at john@cjmsevents.co.nz. You can text me or call me on 027 226 7769. Those are the easiest ways to get hold of us, or you could message us via the Facebook pages, and we'll pick those up and come back to you. So until next time, we'll see you on the start line. Okay, thanks everybody. Have a nice day.